this is a great picture. A cat chasing a mouse that she used in his hand. In his mouth, I guess. It's covered with pollen. Tiger swimming in a lichen-filled pool. An ant in the rain. An ant trying to carry a big bowl of water. Upstairs. We'll be getting happier in 5 minutes. If you got to me, I am the Sherry Edwards at the top. It says host, and go down and say chat. And you can post questions. We may, it looks like an encrusted jewel, doesn't it? We may be needing volunteers this evening. Don't know. We're going to talk a little bit about pain and what you can do with pain. Isn't that incredible? How much of that iceberg under the sea? Like a dragonfly trying to hold on in the rain. And dancing. This, I couldn't figure out what this one was for a long time, but it's underneath some kind of tower looking up. Thank you, Madeline, for her. Oh, that's a scary one. Thank you, Madeline, for sending us these pictures. Birds. That would be a great puzzle, wouldn't it? The colors of the pictures, how they ever capture this is really incredible. We're starting in 4 minutes. We're absolutely swamped here, so any of you who want to take these courses and help us take care of some of this, please get in touch. Shoot the camera in the guy's head and shooting pictures out the front of the boat. Pretty ingenious of a shot. The boat picture. Those are the photographers. Advocate. The human eye. Incredible color there. Starting in about 3 minutes. What a way to go, huh? Baby in the photographer's case. That's incredible. Way to get a drink. Love it when guys send things in to share. I think people can hear. Agnes, can you hear me? Mic is on and I am broadcasting here. Does somebody know if I'm being heard? Hello? Minute till the time. Agnes, thank you. They're stuck in between the hole, or trying to get her out of the hole. And how many more there are, I'll put to them quickly and try to snowflake. More pictures. Thank you for joining us for Happy Hour. We do this a week or so, and if more people get in touch with us and say, "The sound muffled, it's good to hear your voice." Well, am I too loud? Is that why it's muffled, do you think? Am I low? Should I turn the sound up, Judy? Gorgeous. As in, I'm too close to the mic, I backed off a little bit. Better? From WebEx. Well, I back off a little bit, and if you need me to turn the volume, let me know. We do Happy Hour for several reasons. One, it gives people expertise, information. People can come in to take classes and they can practice here. And if you're a practitioner already, it gives you practice and gives you a place for you to send your clients and say, "Oh, come and see how Sherry does it." And we just get together and have some fun. We do also to show people that information really is hidden in their voice. And every week we try out a topic. Our topic today is going to be pain. A lot of us like pain. We're going to a few things about pain. Let me see if I can turn the air conditioner off and maybe get rid of some of the static. Is the sound better, Kathy? So we're very happy that you could take time out of your busy day to join us. Yeah, okay, so the air conditioner in the background somehow doing some crazy things. If you like what we do here, please tell your friends about it. Put it on Facebook, let's go viral. We have a couple things that we want to share with you today. One is an article, and depending on how you came in, you can download, go to File, Transfer, and it will open to a box, and you hit the main article. There's only one there, and it will allow you to download that to your computer. If not, you can go ahead and send it to, just go ahead and write to me. It is an article about hope, about how to turn some tyranny and duty of our healthcare department, our department government, into change, into opportunity. And Buckminster Fuller said, in order to change something, don't strive to change the existing model, but a new model and make the old one obsolete. And so that's what we are attempting to do. We're reaching out to leaders of the world and say, do you have a group that you would like us to speak to? Maybe you are concerned about radiation exposure, which we do tonight, or post-traumatic stress disorder. I know many of you have heard about the article that I shared on Blog Talk Radio on Sunday, that is a returning soldier commits suicide every 80 minutes. That is pathetic. And here we can't take better care of our soldiers. If we can set up centers, and there's two of our practitioners who've gone together, Ian Black and Beth Foss, they have set up a center next to a veterans hospital in Florida, and they're going to be helping the soldiers be a part of what's going on there. At the Athens Center, we want with people who want to be seen, who want to learn, but also people who don't have the money to take classes. So that's why we have created the free classes. This weekend there isn't a class because it was a holiday weekend. Last weekend we did have a class because of technical difficulties. I was on Rumor Mill News last week, I think on Thursday, and we're talking about what is going on in the healthcare system, and people are trying to treat you like mushrooms, which means keep you in the dark and feed you crap. We want to bring this information out, and on the Rumor Mill News show, I revealed a lot of secrets of what is going on. And for those of you who heard the show, and if you're interested in hearing that repeated about Obama and Romney's vocal prints and that correlation and Clem and relationship to Ron Paul and what they're doing to Ron Paul now in the Republican National Committee is just absolutely atrocious. These people need to be made to pay, but I just don't know how, except to undo them with their incompetency. We have look at information and build our system and take it to the people. With tyranny comes change. When people lose hope and voice, then we all go downhill as a society, as a humanity. Oppressed people, we used to say, oppressed very long, and they want to be able to go and have faith and hope and make decisions. So we'd like to share that with everyone. Don't know where in Florida, Everett. If you would call the office tomorrow, they can give you the address. Don't remember where they moved from either to get this organization started. I think from Minnesota. They are absolutely swamped here. And somebody has their open, so I'm going to go back and look at that. If you do want to talk or raise your hand, there's a little raise your hand button down there. Anybody here in pain that is willing to talk to us? Okay, just send that low and I'll move closer to the mic. He's saying there's a feedback. So somebody their mic's open. I'm getting everyone to say something. Okay, I'm going to mute your mic then. Want to talk to me, we can in the chat. Today we'll talk a little bit about pain. And pain like that is a good indicator. Pain tells you something's wrong and you need to pay attention. With pain, we probably wouldn't pay attention. So if you test somebody for pain and they say they have a backache or whatever, there's a substance called substance P, and it is the note of F. So if we were to be looking at our local friends, and this is for new people with us, nano.org, and there's a class there. We're going to be doing an advanced class on nano, if anybody would like to join us for that. So here is what a nano voice, and it's divided up into notes, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, and so forth. So if it's really in pain, they have high F. I don't know how to make a high F, so I'll just see if I find one in here. Let's call Ryan for a runtime error. Let me look at it on Nano. We'll open up that one. Yeah, so here's the note of F. And remember that green means do, and blue means feel, yellow means think, and red means react. And Poland, which is Romney's chosen presidential roommate, his vocal plant looks very much like Ron Paul's. I surprised. I don't know what's really going on with Paul. I have not read a lot about him, don't know much about him either. This is a demonstration. His highest note is F. For men, F and F is the back and also control prostate and things thereabouts. Money, it's the balance between perception and action. But in particular, for people who have pain, when you go to the hospital and you claim to be in pain, they will take a blood test. And don't have substance P showing high, they know you are no English. You know, I am with the shift cups again. Train. What is it? See if we can find somebody else doesn't have quite the same kind of happy on mood. Now, F is high, but F is higher. So we're going to be looking at pain. It might be red because the body is reacting. It be in this case, F and F sharp looks like it's too high. Remember that 42 is the norm, and this F sharp is way too high. This person is also a bit out of balance because their ego is green and blue, but in order for action, they take it through the head. So they really want to do something, so they stop themselves. This person would second guess themselves. They would have a fair amount of pain if that's what was going on. The other thing that you want to look for pain is something called enkephalin. Enkephalin is a self-manufactured opiate. If I can find this. And one thing that both substance P for pain, active pain, and enkephalin have in common is they have leucine, L-E-U-C-I-N-E, and methane, M-E-T-H-I-O-N-I-N-E. Here, both of them abbreviated. So if you have these issues in your chart, if you were running a nutritional chart on yourself and you have these two amino acids in stress, you might be more sensitive to pain. A thing that might make you sensitive to pain is high histidine. Thiamine will ameliorate or help take care of high histidine. You are more sensitive, and it tends to set nerves on edge to have these high histamines in the body. So we have something called a nutritional evaluation chart. It is, maybe it's nutrient, yeah, it's nutrient, i.e. nutrient chart. N-U-T. Did I find this chart? We can go in and look at some of these with methionine. This is our site, by the way, and you can go download it whenever. Helps make cysteine and barbeine, reduces the level of histamine. Take with choline and inositol. And this is a chart we just put nutritional handled by Phyllis Walsh, and we were able to pull out these pieces of information. And I don't know quite what is left on our site. I guess we could go up. on the page, we run in courses for about 10 more days, and then we have also set these on YouTube. Those of you who got to watch live get the software down. I guess it's actually but still there. And this is sorry to show you available in this course. So you click on the allergies and the allergies flyer. There's our class and the nutrient assimilation chart if you would like to download it. And these are just other articles. This can be downloaded, I think, another few days. Double click on this little blue booklet in the middle, double click, and that's your textbook. Okay, double click, but that's what you do. Let's go up to your Bioacoustic Basics. I don't know how many pages that are. There's a lot for a free book, but it gives you all the information on how to do allergy evaluation. Also download the advocacy, which tells you the significant points you need to look at, and the allergy computer program. Now, here's a nice thing. Click here to register, so you don't even have to call us or anything. You just go register your software. Now, you probably get a thank you back from us, or want to be on a mailing list, or whatever. I'm sure I know how to get out of this. Just click this, yeah. But it's all automated now. We are getting calls from all over the country, lots of schools, but they want us to come and teach a class for them. We're going to be doing it online, especially in our countries. We are joining a group of women in India who want this free software. And so we are swamped here. We need teachers. We need instructors, if you want to travel to some of these places and share this. Our goal is to have a bioacoustic center every place on the planet. So look at these enkephalins. Enkephalins are C sharp and D notes. Maybe why Western music is very popular, because it's written in some of the frequencies that will produce enkephalins. Runner high will produce enkephalins. But again, you're looking at leucine, alanine, glycine, and tyrosine as amino acids that make up your enkephalins. Now, if you don't have sulfur, you can't use your amino acids. Sulfur is in eggs and onions and garlic. And sulfur has become absolutely endemic in the U.S. And the lower your sulfur, the more you feel pain, because you're not able to make these chemicals that help the body adjust to pain. So you inject people sulfur, which is the native C, if you're going to be doing print on them. So download this little nutrient assimilation chart. The energy chart has a lot of nutritional information in it. We do always have at least one free class setting up there, and then we start to recycle the information again. If any of you know of any radio shows that we need to be on and share this information, you know, I got from somebody about, can you come and speak to our people and give away software? And yes, absolutely, I'd love to do that. I don't want to do it because I travel. I'm comfortable at home. It's just a cancer stay-at-home person. And then they say, oh, we're only going to charge you $300 to come and do this. And I'm going to workshop for you that you charge money for, and you're giving me $300 to come and do it? Okay. I am giving away software for the benefit of mankind. And you're going to charge money at the door. You charge me money for being there. That's crazy. They're taking it out of the middle. They're taking it from both sides. And this is, I'm not to pay to come to a workshop for you. I'm willing to do it for expenses, and you can keep the money. What we want is to get in touch with people. So if you want to be the sponsor there on that end, that is great and wonderful. So this is P, and the F is pain. Aspirin is F sharp, so F and F sharp played together. Carly Simon does a lot of music, and that's an F sharp and G. The country music, particularly, what is the guy's name? Roy, used to be on Hall. Some of the songs he does is very much in C sharp and D. Right at the end of C sharp and the beginning of D, there is a lot of frequencies that help kill pain. And that's why God really helps you kill the pain, and that's what they write about. So then you have pain. Could we have a volunteer to sort of look at some of these issues and see where the pain is? Nobody has any pain. Okay. Well, let's see. Do I have any? I have pain in the neck. It's from sleeping on a crazy pillow, so that won't do much good. Okay, Trish, you would food. It stands for no last something in the news, which I think, I don't know why he uses an assumed name. Nobody really cares. I shouldn't say that. Nobody really minds. But some think that these classes are entrapment of some kind. And yes, we go back and say, thank you for downloading the software. Can we help you? Did you get it loaded? Did you get your software? Did you get a textbook? We try to help. It's not like we're trying to sell you something. Where is your pain? Let me give you a microphone. Trish, you have a microphone. Can you open the microphone and talk to me? Okay, so open. Here, I'll give you a phone number that you can call in and talk to us. Sometimes that's even better to do it. And the remove your neck. Trish, I think I'll be coming on here. Are you a landline? Studio number 740-698-1881. The sound might not be as good as if we can get your mic open here. So I see your mic open, but I don't hear you. Okay. It may be that you have to hold down your control button to get us to hear you. And actually you won't be able to hear us. You want to try that? It depends on what you signed up for when you came in to WebEx. You talk to it?
I'm trying.
I hear you very, very faintly. Let me see if I can turn up the mic here and hear you. Okay, try now.
Okay, you hearing me now?
Barely. Let's see if this works. We're going to use the nano voice on you all the way through, but we can.
Can you?
Just, yeah.
Is better?
Yes.
All right, I've
okay.
adjusted it.
Okay. Let's talk to us about your pain.
Okay, about 4 years ago, I put some problem on my joint. A shoulder joint, and from then I've on and off I've had chronic issues, and also over the last 4 months or so I've had issues of it radiating down into my right wrist. So the more stress I put on it, I have to make it rest a good bit in order to make it stop hurting. But it's chronic and I can't get it adjusted out at all. So that's been bothering me on and off. And also my collarbone has been kind of floating and not being where it's supposed to be because of that jarring that I did. So it aches on occasion, and there, we got it.
Okay, can you see that, can you see you are a filtered of some sort? When you have a couple of notes like this, it means that your mic is filtered. A score of 340 is just absolutely unheard of. So we can't do it with this. Either the methionine is the note D and leucine is the note C. You don't have anything in either. Well, note of C way up here. But I don't think there's enough information here for me to do anything with pain.
Yeah,
So let's kill that and let's do a 40-second audacity.
Okay.
You raise that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, turn your mic up again.
All right. Okay. I'm ready.
Can't hear you.
I'm ready.
Okay, good.
Okay. Back 4 years ago, I fell and I put pressure on my right shoulder, and from there I've been having issues for the 4 years, and also the last 4 months has been radiating down into my right wrist, and that's bothersome because I'm right-handed. So I can't get it adjusted out either, so that's a problem.
Okay, it does sound like it's a nerve issue. It's radiating out like that. We just did was use audacity, and audacity is about pain in shoulder. Okay, and you said you have tried like a chiropractor or a massage therapist?
A chiropractor about once a month. It'll phase in and out. I mean, it's not a chronic. It's not constant chronic. It's but the last 4 months with my wrist, yeah, it's been.
Okay, I have to speak. People can barely hear you.
Okay.
Maybe it's me that can barely hear you. Okay, this is Audacity. Go to audacity.sourceforge.net. Judy, can you type that in for people while I'm working the board? At .sourceforge. No, at SourceForge. I can't even remember the address. That's just really weird. In that little booklet that you can download. So it takes a sample of the voice. They're going to open something called Abacus. This is waiting on you for you to download it. I'm going to import dishes and pain will show up as one spike sticking out all by itself. This is likely her pain spike. This could be a pain spike here, double. So we can, look, it's getting there. This is the predictive part of your chart, and it says things are getting better. So that's good. So we just hit a little round thing up here at the top point. It tells us what these frequencies are, and this is an F. Look at that. Or so. And this waking up is an H. So we begin to look at what these notes are. Now, one of the things going on with Tricia is lots and lots of notes. They're not as low, not down here off this chart, but this many lows. I go back to nutrition, maybe muscle, sometimes muscle pain, okay, a lack of myostatin. And myostatin is a D and has to do with cholesterol levels. So I certainly want to have a nutritional evaluation on you to see if these are muscle lows or if they are nutritional lows. So we want to look at the methionine, the leucine, the sulfur, the things that help the body. One of the things I'm noticing here is this looks like a very eyeball thing. would have totally lost this one because it's right on that line. I wouldn't have seen it. If we open it, you can see that it's between lines, but as we're looking here, you can't see it for that blue line. So the thing that I want to look at is this really weird configuration here. And what can I give? I could give this one up. It's not so odd looking. But I was going to take that one because it's high and it's a spike itself, and that always is trauma or pain. So if you're looking at this chart, that's where you'd want to concentrate. Note in this case is B, which is the jaw, and the A sharp. What is A sharp? And the rest is A sharp. Up over here, got a spot. So that's low. So now I have to give up something in order to take this strange looking piece. We want to look at anything that looks like anything else. Certainly, as we go along, looking at all of this local print information in blue here, that looks like a weird thing. So the dark gray is normal. So I need to get rid of something. So how about these two that are almost in the normal range? So I'm just going to click and delete. Click delete. Now I got two more places. So I'm going to go to this with my left mouse, and what do we do now? We lowest or fattest. Fattest means most active. I'm going to take these two. This is ankle. So all of these are little spikes that are high. So I'm just going to put in an H. Rich online. Now, let's just put pain as our last name. And we're going to tell what our birthday is. So we put in 12L, which tells the computer I know what our birthday is. Female and shoulder. Now, what times pain can be referred? So look for that too. Numbers 48.398, 71.756. We're going to see all of this list of numbers. This first one is the low, so if we go here, so that's 22 something. So this 23 right here is a low, and this is a 47. It's a low. The computer goes in and corrects these. I'm looking at 47,368, but if I expand that and get exactly on it, 48,467. Even if I have to choose that, the computer will correct me if my cursor is not exactly at the spot where it ought to be. So I'm going to save all of this list, because that list is the frequencies that are stressed in this person's voice. Save it using this little Rubik's Cube. If you go up your file and save it, all you're going to do is save the picture. So this little Rubik's Cube, go to the desktop and save that list of frequencies in something called GNS file. I'm not going to kill that, just minimize it. Let's just look at muscles first. I'm not sure which muscle one this is. If it's the new one, I shouldn't be opening it here. I do take this up and open our professional program. I just I didn't do a little bit of what you learn in the professional class, because we can go in, explore these muscles. And I'm also going to open maintenance and repair. So if we open this client listing, go to our stop, go to GNS files, and if there's I'm about pain. We can delete. I know the first two issues that you have here about some pain, and it is connective tissue. So let's ask the computer what your worst muscle is, what we can learn from that. So we're going to set up what's called a provider report, and we're going to do it by name. And we'll open a note correlate chart. This will tell us what the worst note or in the chart really is. I'm going to kill that one a minute. When that has everything on it, I'm going to kill it permanently because all I want to look at is muscles. So for anything that is 4 or better, she doesn't have a 4, but she has 1, 2, 3, 4 3s, which is chronic and it's coming on all sides. So it's just not one thing pointing to where the problem is. It's just everything together. So the kidneys are involved, G's of minerals are involved, A, rebuilding the body is involved, and circulation is involved. Now we can go in and say, let's keep that. Let's make a PDF file. So after this, we could send this on to Trish, and she could begin to evaluate her own information. That's the clue of what we want to do. Not do it for you, although we work if you want. Just call the office and we'll schedule an appointment for you. Let's go back and look at general information. And I just want to look at muscles. Let's see if there's any information about her shoulder and hand. I think it's nerve. So we'll go look at that in a minute. So anything that appears more than once. Let's his dorsal. To a palm and face outward, and then put the back of your hand up the arm, down your side. That's the latissimus dorsi. And when you have the latissimus dorsi in stress, you have choline in stress. And choline is a neurotransmitter. It is also a nerve transmitter. It's responsible for nerve transmission. You can do health food store, so you want to check that out. So that's one. Coming through here that is more than one is oculi. So this is oculi. Now one's high and one's low, so it means one eye is involved. Pectoral, major, low, low. So that compensation of the shoulder to the low pectoralis chest muscle is put here as an enzyme, which means it's a trigger point for those shoulder muscles. So is major and minor. If they were both major or minor, I could say one side or the other, because one's on one's low. A lot of times women who've had or through labor childbirth, the psoas muscle gets very whacked. I've never seen anybody with a psoas muscle misplaced that didn't have a thyroid problem. Paroid, that's the major muscles of the loin, both high. Another name for that, a piece of that is quadriculum lumborum, and you can tell when that is in stress. Because lean over a table like you're scaling a fish or something, straight back up is a problem. Another way to tell when this is a problem is to sit on a straight back chair, put your butt as far back as you can, and just try to lift your legs. And if that you really, if that causes a problem. Then the quadratus lumborum, the quadrate of the loins are in stress. We have quite a few doubles here. Seminalis thoracus, one high and one low. You can look up on what the seminalis thoracus is on Get Body Smart. Get Body Smart. It's a free program. I just typed it in the chat there. Well, the select somebody to send it to, it might go to me. We're waiting for you. If it's more than one page. According to vertebrae in stress, vastus flavus, now, as quadrated loin, the system of dorsi, that's all down your body, and you're saying that it's down your arm. So we have one elbow here. Let's look at that. A shoulder, subscapularis is low, and the muscles may be compensating for it. Or go back to the beginning and just look and see what's a shoulder. The thing you want to look at is what is here that deals with the shoulder, and then look at what is low more than one. If you have a 3, go directly. A 3 in one place, like you can have the pterygoid, and masseter. Those are all chew muscles. The deltoid that is low. The deltoid, when it gets low, this also indicates the thyroid issue. Its reciprocal, or the balancing frequency, is the thyroid hormone. Let's look at the next shoulder. Subscapular. So it says your shoulder is weak, so there's probably some overcompensation there. So strength exercise, if we get you the frequency of myostatin and control that. The weaknesses, I think, are playing havoc with your muscles and making your muscles overcompensate. Let's go look at your maintenance and repair. It has in it that will help you deal with pain. These programs. Now, I don't think we have done maintenance and repair for it, but we may have done it in the Guardian program. Maintenance and repair here anywhere in nothing. Isn't that weird? I can't find maintenance and repair. No performance. But I really look at pain. Let me see if I can find it another way. You can repair P. It's just not where it's supposed to be. Oh, it's an acoustic. Okay. It's not there. Now, in maintenance and repair is why your muscles and your body in particular, I mean, your whole body is not doing what it does to do. And if you look at connective tissue, and you do have this frequency in stress, a frequency for calcium fluoride, and that's responsible for connective tissue. That were the numbers that I saw fly by here. So if your body is not helping the body change calcium into the needed calcium cell salts, can be a problem with connective tissue. The local health food store, or buy them online, they are cell salts, and they're homeopathic kind of remedies for all of these cell salts. But if you drink milk or eat an orange, the body must change that form of calcium, foreign your calcium for it must get to a form of calcium that the body needs. And that seems to be having a little bit of trouble, particularly with that calcium. The other issue that you're having I just looked at it again to make sure we're not breaking down your milk protein very well. So if you have to have cheese or you have to have milk, use yogurt, live cultured yogurt. Get some milk and calcium that way, but it also helps digest itself. And you can use Amish cheeses. They don't kill every bit of it, of the bacteria. A natural food has in it what it needs to digest itself. And Amish are very good at trying to keep things in a natural state. I'm going to open this file. Going to the desktop here, and let's look at GS files. And this Nutritional on my pane. Open, it drops all this information in, and there's a set of frequencies. Now look at all of these different kinds of things. Look at herbs. We can look at what. We don't need to look at this no correlate chart because we know already that has 4 frequencies. So anyway, I hear some questions out there. Judy for putting that in. So it begins to just show us what is suspected. So 4 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, and 3. Circulation combined with rebuilding and regenerating, combined with root minerals, combined with the control of the kidney, which concentrates on potassium, sodium, can't do the other one. It's all controlled through kidneys of what's going to be kept in the body. So we need to go back and really look at how the body is filtering fuel. We run you through kidneys, we could run you through liver regeneration, we run you through muscles, and where comes up the most, then we know it's a point of concentration. The body is incredibly redundant. So we have some activators here, probably nothing that you can, there's myostatin that I talked about. The higher your cholesterol, the more myostatin and the weaker your muscles become. So we have myostatin in 2 ways here, on chromosome, which might be genetic. Both of them are, and one is high, and one is low. And you really want it low. The lower myostatin, the stronger you tend to be. Monkeys have much lower levels of myostatin than humans. See this line? This means that the gristle, the fascia, the scaffolding, and cut up a chicken and that slimy kind of stuff in between the skin and the muscle, that's the form of fascia. It's built on laminin that has a basis in choline, so I would expect choline to come up again. And remember we said before that the thymus dorsi is choline based. So if this pops up again, I certainly would want to check it out. And it's soluble, so it's not going to hurt you anyway. So inositol and choline usually come together. If you diet it, it helps with storing. We always suggest food-based nutrients, and they work with ones to get a hold of Nature Sunshine if you have a local person who sells Nature Sunshine. And there are 100,000 of them around, so just call the local office in Utah, and they can usually give you a reference for someone. Hyaluron, this is a form of the fluid. know the connective tissue, laminin, the too much myostatin, reach damage, peripheral nerve, and that's what, these are all activators. Brain nootropic factor low, that deals with the body's use of cholesterol. So consider these are management reports for your wellness provider to look at. Choline is low. You don't want carnitine low. It is an amino acid that helps build muscle, helps build the heart muscle in particular. It requires essential fatty acids to be useful. It requires sulfur to be useful. And another one, sometimes you'll see that listed as an amino acid. Sometimes you see it listed as a neuropeptide that helps the body. Glutathione, and remember we said glutathione is one of those issues that deal with the body's ability to use pain and also the body's ability to use minerals. Taurine, never have pronounced it. Taurine. That is a form of B3 that helps the body's energy cycle. And it says that it's high, probably not high, because it's water soluble. B3 is water soluble. It just means the cascade, how your body uses niacin, is probably not working well. And that can cause allergies. It can cause leaky gut. Also look for allergies in your gut. Ways you can get around that is use sublingual under the tongue. Sublingual. B3 Source Natural has a really good source of it. Source Natural. You can probably find them online. So low. Now, sometimes people's cholesterol can be very high. It'll show here as low. Because the enzyme to make cholesterol do its job is only a couple of 1/100ths away from cholesterol. So the enzyme can be low or the cholesterol is high all at the same time. And one thing that can help control the cholesterol is that form of alanine that we just saw. Lactic acid high, and we were late in here a couple of weeks ago, and she had an operation on her feet, and her feet were hurting so bad. And they're giving her Vicodin or some really strong pain pill. And we tested her, and she said, "Oh, please, just help me with the pain." And it was gout. Uric acid, too much lactic acid can also cause muscle pain, and they commonly call this fibromyalgia. And lactic acid, you must have oxygen, and you have pyruvate or pyruvic acid. You can buy all of those at the health food store. You can practice some deep breathing. You can quit eating things that are very acid, beer, whiskey, wheat, anything that causes acid, and get rid of this lactic acid. Lactic acid also builds up from exercise. So if somebody is not getting rid of that lactic acid, or you set your shift, then you might need something called chymopropane, which is an enzyme that helps move trash out of the muscles. Another one is catalase, and you can buy all those at your health food store. So it looks like the biochemistry of your muscles are in stress just as much as the muscles themselves. The muscles are a little weak. It's probably biochemically from that myostatin being in stress. And usually comes, like I said, from choline. And look at how many times you have a form, a gene, choline, that's not good, activated. Here it is in foods with nicotinic acid, which is B3 that we were just talking about. So we calm these acetylcholine CHRNA4 genes down so they aren't rearing their ugly head. We were working with a mother today, and she said, do you think we could really reverse these genes that are a problem if baby's just a few months old? We have to keep her on these Downs forever. We have reversed Down syndrome. I know these chromosomes can be repaired. You'll hear Bruce Lipton talk about the matrix, and that we can do this with our mind. I think many people know how to do it with their mind. I recently watched a movie called Water, the Great Mystery, and it proves in that movie the solid scientific evidence that the water on the planet, the water in the body can be programmed. It's not the whole body, it's the 80-85% water programmed. So you have something that's wrong in your mind, use gathered water, give it an intention, and send it to the spot where there is a problem. And see if we can do this with our minds. I think this is a long lost talent. And the church saying, oh, let us heal you. Let us take the energy of God through you. Drink holy wine that we have blessed. It's our intention to heal you. But I think this intention, right, this freedom, this choice, really belongs to all of us. I would encourage you greatly to watch that movie. It's chilling in how it supports what we're doing here bioacoustically. So the laminin here again, this is another gene. The 1, 2, alpha 1 is an alpha 5, and gamma 2. So your connective tissue has some problems with this genetic protein scaffolding. Myelin, which is regionally the nerves, those proteins are in stress. This one report here I would take to your local bioacoustic practitioner and say, this is what I've received, this is what I need to look at, and we will reprogram you using the training of the brain, help the body. Yes, Bill. It's an incredible movie. And I think that's what bioacoustics works. We found a way to just draw in. Oh, somebody's putting up that it is on YouTube. I thought you had to buy it. We got a copy from Amazon, but it's on YouTube. I'm going to write that down, because I want to know if you get that. This one right here is what you should to a practitioner. I don't know where you're from or if there is a practitioner near you, but this addresses everything that I've seen in your chart so far. Here's actin, cytoskeleton. Actin is the protein that rebuilds things in the body. The bone matrix, the little hairs in your ear and your nose, and the little folds in your kidneys. So actin is something that you don't want low here. So no more than this chart right here, genetically speaking, addresses what's going on in your system. Until there, I'm just going to make it smaller. There's thyroid hormone, that reciprocal of the deltoid. Excess production may cause weak muscles, but you already have low. That can give low energy. Works with T3 and T4 and actually T2 to keep the thyroid hormones in stasis. And it works with the thyroid stimulating hormone, which may not be in this program, in this software, but it certainly is in BioDiet, and we do have a thyroid-specific program. Medications, you're probably not on those. I'm going to skip that. Here we go. Chromium. Chromium, oh, where did you get chromium? I can't remember. It is high, which means it doesn't have its component parts to work. So let's go back to that nutrient assimilation chart. Go to the nutrients, minerals, we had chromium, and it said it needs vitamin D3. The niacin that we saw, glycine, cysteine, glutamic acid. Doesn't say where you get it. You could probably look that up. That may be a problem with chromium, probably deals with niacin. Whole families can have problems with niacin, and it helps regenerate the body, regenerate the mind. And you can tell when there's a problem in families with D3, they have dirty looking, it would have a dirty neck, so the neck hooks onto the body. And it won't wash out. And if we got a name like codicus or something, it means that the body can't process niacin well. We go around that with the subliminal niacin. Magnesium low, dizziness, heart palpitations, nerve degeneration, and this is here 5 different times with 5 different printouts of what it is. These printouts are repeated. It means that it appears more than once. There's something called Biomag, and it comes in a lot of different flavors. You can find on the internet, just drop in your work and you get in the magnesium for the day. Those of you with leg cramps, those of you with seizures or little inattentive or heart irregularities, magnesium can help to look at that. The 2 metals, chromium and magnesium. I'm going to remove that because I need to show you something about it. Chromium, magnesium. These muscles, we already went over these. To some store site, there's twice, gluteus, associated with circulation, sex muscles. I want to look at pathogens. Maybe if there's some pathogens running around, but remember that bioacoustically almost everything is something else. And I don't see any pathogen architectures in your print. Proteins react to the same information again. The laminin to help build the connective tissue, collagen, connective tissue. Hyaluronic acid binds that with the amount of fluid in the bursa sac in the joint. But this one's not important. As important as the genome one. Toxins low, who cares? We're not going to even look at that. Inositol is high, so there's that choline and inositol that you balance. You can get their health food store. So let's go look at this in a little different way. I'll hurt. If we go looking at nutrition, let me open 2 of these. Nutrition has the best correlation database in it. So this is the trick that you can really help your clients with. I'm going to look at a cocktail search for chromium. Now, and it's going to work. And one for, what was the magnesium. M-I-G-N-E-O. And I. This is very particular about how you spell. So we categorize these by use, and we can look and see what is common. Blood pressure. Well, blood stabilizes blood sugar, now that's blood pressure. Bone formation, don't see that. Calcium, carbohydrates, energy, central nervous system, cramp, depression. Energy. The finality here is energy. See what you need to look at, work on, based on the things that they have missing. we could look at the amino acids and connected them. You remember them, but I did not remember them. But this is a neat part of this nutrition consulting program. Now, I don't know if this one is still available online, because I know that we put on YouTube. I'm going to be repeating this again, and if you want to get a group together in your wouldn't say, I got this great thing for you that we take over and deal with our own health. And we can just do class for you, or you can jump into the nutrition class. They will have access to the software, and you can get together as a group and put out acoustic center in your neighborhood. Weight loss, zinc, intimately involved in blood sugar levels. So we help stabilize chromium and zinc. Magnesium and zinc are constituent parts of insulin. Doing cross-correlation in the course on nutrition teaches you to do it. Makes that a tremendous way for you people in your neighborhood. And it's coming more and more that doctors aren't going to have time. Just my participants from my chat. Doctors are going to have time to see people and see normal people on the waiting list. I was talking to people right before we started that I got a letter from the insurance company saying that they're demanding I buy straight from them and not from my local pharmacist. So the attempt there is to shut down anything local and have all money dispersed from a central location, which is controllable. People who are not paying attention, this is going to look up on them, and they're not going to have any health care. These days don't shape up and decide they'll take matters into their own hands. We are supplying the software. We are training as many people as we can. We try to keep it to about 10 people. You can come here to learn. You can learn online. But we need to get this up and running before we have to use it. You know, plan. People are writing to Congress and they're trying to stop this and do that. And a girl always has a backup plan. And the backup plan is to give the tools so they have to come under the restraints of the government. You who jumped in a little late, share a file, Hope, Choice, and Change. You can download, and if you can't download that because of the way you came into the meeting, let's see if I can put it up for you. This is the first part of it. Send it to you, and I'm going to give you my email, and I just posted on my Facebook. Right, if I can see in the dark here, Sherry is at gmail.com. And if you like what we're doing, send it on. Let's make it viral. Let's get this information, these clips on film, to the people. I just think a pathogen architecture. What does that mean? A pathogen architecture looks very different from any other. Answer that question. Folks, don't mind, I'm keeping you over. I'm sorry. A pathogen hump in somebody's local plant, this pathogen architecture. This inflation architecture. So that rainbow like hump, but it's larger increments. So in the architecture, just the things that's in that little blue textbook for you. And it's also in the class. Any questions there? Cardiologist Dr. Sinatra. Don't use magnesium oxide only 4% available. You want citrate and other available forms. This is a broad spectrum magnesium. That's right. Dr. Sonora knows our work well. I can even say that he's intimately involved in what we do here. And so this is the thing. I save this chat in case people need it. I want to take some of the information off of it. Any questions? So I appreciate you being here. See, we're HEUER, Nutritional Specialist, will be with us on Blog Talk Radio. We're not going to be doing other classes because it is a holiday weekend. But Stephen is under house arrest for disseminating nutrition information. And the last thing he tried to disseminate was his case of diabetes and how he had reversed it nutritionally, and took him to court again. He's got ankle bracelet on. He's not allowed to leave his house. Actually, he's under house arrest. Chat. Let's say this from pain. For being here, I hope you are able to download this information. Hope you can put it on the chat. And please know other things that you would like to see. Even if it's public and people see it as something kind of little and frivolous, I think people learn a lot from these classes that we do. Even if it's just happy hour and we're here just for fun and to share with each other. Thank you. Because I need to be better paid. I just need to be paid. Take for calcium. I'll make use live culture yogurt. If you can stand that. And just fed here a week and listen. So that's really a compliment to everything works when there's something new. So there's a guy that's usually on with us. His name, he comes in, main guy. Just he doesn't have a microphone. Let me find his email address. Which I'm not finding here. And if we can ask him that question. I found him. His name is Richard O. I took a step too far. I went to his website instead of ours. And we asked him those questions, or join us on Blog Talk Radio. And Stephen Hewitt will answer questions for us. He is in content of information. Or likes to do it with herbs. To Richard and say, we were talking about calcium and you weren't there. But we answer this question. Associated with neck surgery. Much pain. Well, Samuel, get in touch with us and we'll see what we can do. And if near any of our practitioners, we can refer you out to them. So that'd be great. And we don't mind if you guys come in with a fake name. For happy hour, you can be Merry Christmas or Santa Claus. It's okay. And any of you who want to take classes with us, help center, please get in touch. We need help, and we do have people who donated scholarship money, and it was matching scholarship money. So, this is Chris Barr in the second hour of the show. All right. I don't have that in this little thing that I just said off. Let me get that chat back. Back to the chat, and I will go listen to it. We have some information to Robert Scott Bell about these free classes that we do, and we can't get him to respond. I think maybe when people listen, okay, it's a free class, but they think it's some sham fraud switch or something. This is really free class. It's a free software. Yes, you only get them for 30 days. You can go re-register them, and 30 days is enough to know if that's what you want to do. And that's what you want to do, take the next step and join the Guardians and earn your money to take your weekly class. It is all worth it. There are several people on here with us who have taken the class and they're learning. They have Sunday classes, they have review classes. We stay with you, we help you with marketing. And am I beating you about this? Absolutely. This needs to be taken to the public. And as soon as we have enough teachers and trainers together, then we're going to take to the public in a big way. But we can't when we only have 3 trainers. People make much more money on their own doing private appointments than they can by being a trainer. It's a labor of love. So we're glad to give our time. So we do thank you for being here. And I know if we're going to have a show next week, if you guys write and say this is what we need. Someone situations, I didn't do a call. All I had on hand. Oh, Carol, that is great news. 2 months is associated with fractures. More important is silicon. Yeah, there's a great new silicon out, bamboo silicon, that, it's got 3 names. We have a show. I can't think of his name. That is, okay, I will save your email. I will send it to you. First of all, when the air conditioner back on, I am sitting here sweating because the conditioner gives off a noise that puts some backup on the microphone. Theater, I hate saying goodbye,